Hi everyone, welcome back to Java series. So in this video we will learn about data types in Java. So data types are used to represent the types of the variable. Data types are used to specify the how much memory is allocated for variables. We will try to understand with an example. Here 5 is a value, age is a variable name which will store the value. Now here int is a data type. Now it's complete. Here integer a is equal to 5. It means age is a variable name. This age variable can store any value which contain integer type. Now here in the right side you can see byte, short, int, long. So these are the integral data type. This data type are used if you want to store integer value. So here we can write integer a is equal to 5. We can write byte is equal to 5. We can write short is equal to 5. So here now the question is that which type of integer data types we are going to use with this age variable, right? So it depends on our requirement that this age variable will contain which type of value, what is the range of that value. So here I have written integer is equal to 5. Now this age variable will allocate 4 bytes. Why? Because we have used integer data type and integer takes 4 bytes. So again, so here I have written long a is equal to 5, means this is the variable name, it stole 5, this is the value, and here long is the data type. This variable will allocate 8 bytes of memory. So now it's totally depends on our requirement that which type of data type we are going to use, and according to that this variable will allocate memory. So while writing our Java code we have to think about the memory allocation as well, that which type of data type, which type of variable. So now data types in Java. So in Java we have two types of data type, primitive and non-primitive. So non-primitive data types is the derived data type. We can also call it as reference type. Now in Java these are the primitive data type: byte, short, integer, long, float, double, character, boolean. So these are the primitive data types in Java. And what is the count? So there are 8 primitive data types in Java. So we can call it as fundamental data types in Java. So these are the data types which are going to be used most at the time of writing our code. So we have to remember these data types, and apart from that all are non-primitive. So string, array, list, set, and user defined classes. So whatever we are writing classes in Java, all are data type, but all are non-primitive. So here we will try to understand that what is the size, what is the default value, and what is the range of a primitive data type. So for byte, it has size of 1 byte and default value is 0. And if you want to store integer value between 128 to 127, then we can use this byte. So same, if you will use short, then it will allocate 2 byte, and this is the by default value 0, and this is the size, means we can store from this integer to this integer. So same with integer, it will allocate 4 byte and by default value is 0, and this is the range of integer. Same with long, it will allocate 8 byte, its default value is 0, and this is the size minus 2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63 minus 1. So here byte, short, int, and long, these are the integer data types. So it will store only integer value. Now if you want to use decimal value, then we can use float or double, right? So if you will use float, then it will take 4 byte, and this is the by default value 0.0, and this is the size. So if you are going to use double, then it will take 8 bytes, and same default value 0.0. And if you are using character, then it will take 2 bytes. And what is the by default value of character? If you will not assign a character to a variable, then it will take single space character. So the range of character is 0 to 65535. So all the character falls in this range. So if you will use boolean data type, then it will take 1 bit. So for boolean we have only two values, true or false. So if you are not assigning any value to boolean, then it will take by default false. So now while writing our code, we decide that which type of primitive data types we are going to use as per our requirement. So as we have discussed, we have 4 primitive data types of integer type, and then we have floating type data types, that is float and double, and char is the primitive data type for character type, and boolean is the primitive data type for boolean type. So these are the 8 primitive data type. So if you are writing code in Java, then every programmer should know this 8 types of primitive data types. Now we will see floating type data type. So we have two type of floating data type. One is float and another is double. So if 6 to 7 decimal place of accuracy required, then we will use float. And if 14 to 15 decimal place of accuracy required, then we will use double. So it depends on our requirement that what are the value we are going to store and which type of precision we require to write the decimal value. So here note down, in Java decimal values are by default double value. So when we will write float decimal value, then we use suffix with lowercase f or uppercase f. So by default decimal values are double. Means if you are writing float price equal to 10.5, so here 0.5 is a decimal value, right? So by default decimal values are double value in Java, so this is wrong. So still if you want to take float data type and you want to store this value, then you have to use suffix with f. So if you are writing float price equal to 10.5 f, then this is the right way. So now we'll try to understand with an example. So we will move to Eclipse IDE. So this is the Eclipse workspace. Now I will create a new project to write the code. New Java project, data type example. The project created. Now inside src folder, I will create a class demo. Give some package name. So this is the demo class, and inside the demo class we have a main method. Now I will create one more class, that is a student class. Now I will write our logic inside the class. So I will take a variable string name equal to Rakesh. So these are the variable we have declared. Here name is the variable name, and this is the value, and this is the data type, right? So same, role is a variable name, this is the value, and this is the integer type. Same with as, this will store only integer data type. So if I will try to add decimal value, see, it will show compile time error because the data type is integer, so it will store only integer value, not decimal value, right? So we have used boolean. So we know in boolean we can use only true and false. So here I have used double data type, so it can store double value. So as per our requirement, we have to write data types for a particular variable. Now I will write a method to print all these value. So this is the display method which I have created. So now I will call this method from demo class. So first I will create object of student class. Now we have created object of student class, and with the help of this reference variable I can execute any methods which is present in student class. See, this is the output. So here we can say that string is a non-primitive data type. So don't be confused. So this double forward slash indicate that this is a comment. So this code is not going to execute while executing a program, right? And here integer is a primitive data type. So see, these are the data type used. Means if I will remove this data type, then this variable have no meaning, right? We don't know that which type of variable it is going to store. So it is compulsory to write some data type. So this data type will allocate memory for this variable, and it will tell that which type of variable we are going to store in this case variable. Now here I want to take float. So as we have discussed that whenever we are taking decimal value, then by default it will take double data type, right? So still if you want to use float data type, then you will have to add suffix f. Now it will work. Now see here, we can take integer, we can take sort, we can write byte, right? So these are the integer data type we can take as per our requirement. Means first we have to decide that the value which we are going to store in this variable, what will be the size of that value, right? So if the size will be greater, then it will not store inside the byte, because as we know that byte have range from -128 to 127. So if you are writing 127, then it will store. But if you will store greater than this value, see there is a compile time error, right? So if you want to store value greater than 127, then in that case you can use sort, right? You can use integer. So while writing our code, a programmer should know that what is the requirement, which type of value, and what is the size of value which we are going to store, right? Now one more thing, suppose I will remove this value. Now tell me one thing, what is the value it will print? See, for sort by default value is 0. So if I will not initializing this variable, then it will take by default 0, right? So run this program, see it will print by default 0. So it's clear that all data type have some by default value. So if you are not passing any value, then it will take by default value, right? So that is for today. If you like the video, please share and subscribe my channel.